Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, the 4.0 update. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 32. We're still dealing with Satana. And viewer Ankirian was talking about amenities, but also the Rubricator gives 100,000 energy among other benefits, and I had completely forgot we had the Rubricator. So we should probably take a look at those kinds of things. We have the Rubricator, there it is. Archaeotech weapon damage plus 15%. Society research plus 20. Creates 500 minor artifacts. So, I'm not sure where you're getting the 100,000 energy from, Ankirian. It might have used to done that, but not anymore. Archaeotech weapon damage. I need to figure out what Archaeotech weapons actually are, because I'm pretty sure we don't have any. Let's go to something big. Like the battleship. This is a Giga Cannon. I don't see anything on there that says Archaeotech. Let's actually just go look it up. You know, the wiki for this game is the best thing in the world. So there are a few different kinds of Archaeotech weapons, like the Ancient Ruination Glare. You can get 33% to the damage of these weapons with the Archaeo Engineer's Ascension perk, and then 15% if you get the Rubricator. So whether that's something you want to invest in, probably matters a lot based on, did you get the Rubricator? Do you want to take that Ascension perk and then doing the Ancient Relics DLC, which is where this stuff comes from some of it anyways. So it's not anything we have today, so we're not going to worry about it. As for the Rubricator, it does what it does. Now let's see up here. We're selling a good chunk of our energy. Where are our ships? There. Okay, everybody's like, the second fleet has been decimated, so we spent all of our 30k alloys to get that thing repaired. What's going on with you? You need repairs. Go get repaired. It's slow. The fourth fleet, where are you at? Gotta get our fleets here. What do we have here? Ambush convoy, research time, 1 day. Okay. You should research that project. What's this? Ambush convoy there. Gravity snares. Following the recent discovery of gravity snares, Elandria-assigned ships are now able to launch gravity snares. These non-lethal projectiles can safely capture and transport space fauna to our vivarium, where they can continue to reproduce new specimens of their kind. Culling and dissecting these creatures will allow the harvesting of their genetic material for cloning purposes as well as other resources. So if you want to play Pokemon and build an animal army, you can. All right, let's see what's going on with research, because we got a whole bunch of stuff here. The focused arc emitter, please give it to me. We're probably going to want that. Ancient saturation artillery. Kinetic. Oh, this is an Archaeotech weapon. 150% shield damage. Well, we're doing that. Ancient saturator artillery. Please. Payload padding. Negative effects from cosmic storms on ship weapons minus 50%. Okay. This is getting interesting. Minus 50%. Okay, we'll do that. Governing Tarazed Prime. Well, then what we need is this kind of stuff. Yep, right there. You. Grab more research. Astral Rift. The jaws of life. A large reptilian cyborg lumbered into the center stage. It carried huge metal weights which it deftly tossed into its gargantuan jaw. With a hydraulic hiss, it spat the weights into the air, one after another, catching them as they fell and launching them once again in an effortless juggle. An announcement blared, causing some of the audience to jump. A many-tentacled robot, a bipedal entity, and a living tangle of thick vines were brought to the stage. These creatures then willingly jumped into the reptilian cyborg's mouth, allowing themselves to be deftly juggled in the same manner. The mechanical beast then held the 3 volunteers in its mouth and squatted, compressing itself against the floor. Its huge frame glowed a molten orange. Once the process was complete, the performer opened its mouth and only a single creature walked out. It had the bulbous head of the tentacled robot, the torso of the toxoid, and thick limbs made of intertwined vines. It gestured to the crowd, evoking a stunned silence. The cyborg then re-ingested the biological amalgam and spat out the 3 individuals once again good as new. The crowd's nervous silence erupted into cheers. An interesting talent. Gonna have a run for your money there. All you famous magicians, Penn and Teller.
Special project complete.
Okay. What was this? Fleet combat stats. I clicked on you. Please do something besides crashing my computer. Damage output for Zonder. We did damage to shields was very effective. Damage to the hull was 100%. Their damage to our hull was 100%. They did less to our armor. 50% to our shields. Okay. Hit ratio. Kinetic flak artillery and energy. They used a lot of energy weapons. Tachyon lance and large gamma laser. Okay. The Queen's Heralds. Large gamma lasers. So they have weapons that appear to do more damage to shields. Well, since we're already in armor people, that works. The recent raid on Satana's infrastructure did not uncover any significant clues to her plans. But we get another cache. Okay. Now, First Fleet. Do you want to go do this one? Ambush. Go do it.
Construction complete.
Give me more alloys. We are losing food because we're selling a bunch of it. Oh, we added a whole new monthly. Cancel that. We don't need a separate one for energy. Why did it allow us to have 2 of those? That's funny.
Complete.
Okay, research. Negative effects from cosmic storms and ship weapons. We'll take that. Minus 100%. Give us the fully functional ones. The recent raid did not uncover any significant clues. That's fine. Upgrade the fleet to the latest designs. And then we have what? Debris and Atlantic. Okay, so we have debris. Kelvin. Research that project. Excelsior. Research that project. Get to work, my friends. I got a bunch of other science ships, don't I? There's a big old cosmic storm over there.
Construction complete.
Observing the first flight of these infant creatures is illuminating. They flap their wings like solar sails, masterfully accelerating to great speeds, gliding and swooping as they play together in the upper atmosphere. They are unbound by gravity, capable of traversing space in the same way they effortlessly climb through the atmosphere. How much fun that would be. Okay, now we're really taking a hit here on trade. Let's figure out what it's costing us and why. A little bit for alloys. What are we buying? Oh, and we're buying dark matter. That's right. I said buy dark matter because we may need it. The cost of the dark matter is 139 for 5. That's not too bad. No, we're only buying, or we're buying quite a few alloys. Okay. Well, we got to buy those alloys, so that's just what we're going to do. But we're still running into food issues. Cancel that. How do our planets look? Alandria. The planet lacks enough housing for all its people. Well, we'll fix that with the Upgraded luxury housing. Negative effects from storms, minus 100%. Living reactive armor, armor hardening, 25%. We'll take that. Okay, let's roll through jobs here. Let's start with this place. Swear Prime, where our governor is here. Oh, Lucy's gonna jump up in the window because guess what's outside? Snow. My least favorite thing. 266. Lots of peeps. You're getting rambunctious there, music. Oh, we have alien studies there. Research. Oh my goodness. It's on this planet and we don't have any research set up. Ah! Research Enclave. Get to work. Take advantage of some of that. All right. Yeah. Lots of jobs. So many jobs. So many jobs. Oh, that was the one question though. Not question, but that was the one thing we were doing was Lingol right here. We were saying okay, these guys had what? They had some shields. Storm repulsion ray, storm attraction array. I think we might want to actually add that on there. Because we're using armor and they have shields and they're using weapons that are damaging the shields, and we just got research for a minus 100% effect on storms. I think we want to attract as many storms to us as we possibly can. We're going to try to get the rest of the defenses on here, but this was the big thing is, yeah, we put the fort here and it's building the planetary shield generator. Great. Do this above the chemical plants. Let's go. And part of the reason for this money situation or energy credits, I'm always going to think of this as money because that's what it used to be, is that, and why we're 1K in the hole and then it's fluctuating so badly, is the ships. You know, as we keep repairing our fleet, go home.
Research complete.
Upgrade those guys as they get docked and undocked. That happens. Ancient saturator artillery. Okay. Major capital buildings have job efficiency of 30%. Okay, we'll take that. Let's go back to our fleets and look at our designs, especially right here on the battleship. There's the Giga Cannon, but we want this thing. Ancient saturator. Do they have anything new for large? No, they don't. Okay. Oh, and then we have you set up for shields, which is a bad idea. So let's go back to dragon scale armor for you guys. Let's go to regenerative hull tissue, reactive armor, gives us armor hardening plus 15%. We have more than enough power when we go switch to armor. So what can we do here? Do plasma cannons. Okay. Tell you what. Put that on the end. This design cannot change while second fleet is upgrading. Oh, okay. Alright. We'll do that. Is there any way to cancel the upgrades? I think there is. Let's go to where they are. And have them move. Okay. Now that they can move, now we should be able to do this. Okay. Let's give you reactive armor, regenerative hull tissue. Give it the big gun. Oh, and he's got the arc emitter, which may be even smarter. 100% shield penetration, armor penetration. It does 1 to 1300 damage. This is going to do 25% bonus to hull damage once it cuts through the shields. Average damage is 115. I'm still going to do that. I'm going to arrange these this way. And then for the Titan, we don't have an extra Titan there. Let's do a couple more of these, because once the kinetics get it down, we got to cut through the armor really fast. Okay, so down here we can do hull tissue, reactive armor, armor hardening. I hope that stacks. What's the orbital fire auxiliary fire control? Chance to hit 5%. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Let's just save that. We have a generic cruiser that's got a bunch of punch throughs that needs to be changed in case we actually want to use it. Just going all armor, and we're going to call in the power of storms to protect us. And then for our destroyers, they're set up the way we want, and our penetrator ones, they're set up the way we want. Okay. So you now go home. Second fleet upgrade. First fleet, go to the mega shipyard. Is that where these guys are going? Go here. Upgrade fleet to latest designs at the mega shipyard. Be faster. Third fleet. Upgrade latest designs.
Research complete.
Okay. Satana's nanite. What? Repair system. Wow. Okay. I like that. We gotta make use of that. Advanced strike craft or swarm missiles. Let's go for these. Oh, never mind. That was research we got from doing debris. Okay. I got you. Picked up a cosmic storm. Okay. The Quench and Star League joined the Union of Independent Systems, and we can no longer use the Hegemon Casus Belli on them. Okay. The final act involved a creature made of thick gray stone. Bending into particular positions, it contorted its blocky limbs into impossible knots. It then jumped high in the air and landed on its wide fingertips to polite murmurs from the crowd. However, this was only a setup to the true performance. The creature's movements began to slowly decelerate to the point at which time itself began to reverse. Its figure traced back along the arc of its previous jump and froze in midair. This brought the crowd to life. Suddenly, the stasis was broken. The creature returned to the ground and began to transform. Its body changed from featureless gray stone to sparkling red crystal, free-flowing sand, brittle blue shale, and more. It continued to perform an even more complicated series of contortions. There's a really great short story. In fact, I'm going to have to pause the game to talk about this. I wanted to get the name of the author correct because the short story sticks in my brain forever. There's a book you can get. You have to get reprints sometimes. It's out of print sometimes. I got lucky and got a copy. It's called The Best Science Fiction of 2007. There's short story collections come out for every year. And there is a short story in there called Okanagan Falls by Carol Ives Gilman. It's one of the neatest science fiction short stories I've ever read. And what it is an alien invasion has taken over Earth. And the invasion lasted hours. And they're fairly peaceful occupiers. And one of the generals or somebody who's sort of a military commander is assigned to this town of Okanagan Falls, to kind of get them in line and let them know this isn't their occupation and we've won the war. It's already over, that kind of stuff. And this guy and his wife being the, polite Midwesterner, invites them over for dinner. And she she doesn't know, nobody knows, that this particular race of beings has a very peculiar way of morphing themselves. She reaches out at the end of the night, I think at the end of the night, to shake his hand, and he's very reluctant to shake her hand, but not wanting to insult the locals, he decides to shake her hands. Well, here's the linchpin in the story. When they never touch each other. They're described as like potato-y looking people, you know, like they're really almost featureless. By shaking her hand, he imprints on her in such a way that he starts to morph and change his physical appearance over time, over a series of days. And what he changes into is her ideal man. And here she is, she's in a marriage with her husband, and they're not really like having the best marriage. And now all of a sudden this alien is starting to look like her ideal man. And it's just one of the most creative stories I've read. You got to read it. I'm doing a very poor job of describing exactly how it all unfolds. But I've read a lot of short story science fiction. There are some things that I really, really love. If you ever want a great short story, Stephen King has a few, and one of my favorites is Word Processor of Gods, and the other one is The Jaunt. A lot of people know him for the short stories that he wrote that got turned into, or novellas that he wrote, or short stories that ended up in Creepshow, like The Raft ended up in one of the Creepshow movies. But Word Processor of Gods is by far one of his best short stories, and so is The Jaunt. And Okanagan Falls by Carol Ives Gilman just is in the same vein for me. Like, it's such a neat idea, and it's so well told that I had no idea what was coming. And by the time I got to the end of that short story, I was like, are you kidding me? It's fantastic work. Alien Megastructure. The Grok-Neploran entity have taken on the challenge of building a science nexus. As always, they're overreaching. All right. We're missing a few consumer goods because we're selling a few too many. So let's make sure we keep doing that. Our fleet is requiring a lot of energy. Scum and villainy on Elandria. No.
Updated.
What's going on? Okay, we have some planetary stuff we're going to have to do. We have, what do we got here? Matriarch's Flagella. Oh, it's creating stability problems. Okay. We've got 46. Wow. All right. Well, then what we're going to do is raise up the building for these guys. Oh, and we're not going to do this anymore. Let's go in here and specialist and look at these. No. We need more of these people. Clearly, we need more of those people. So that should fix that problem. It knocks it down to 4%. That's good. I noticed down here we had some capitals that could be, lots of capitals that could be upgraded. Okay. Okay, capitals get upgraded. Let's pull back and take a look. We got new isolationist faction. Oh, honey, it's too late for isolation. Way too late. Food is back in a position here. We could actually start selling some again. See how that works out. So the astral migration. While conducting further research into the behavioral patterns of the hatchlings, a being larger than the battleship suddenly phased into existence. The creatures flocked around it, tussling among themselves to get closer to the giant. It appears to be a mature member of the same species. This secluded planet must therefore serve as a safe nesting area for these trans-dimensional beings. As we watched, the adult herded the young toward a newly formed rift in the upper atmosphere. Their passage left a rippling wake of spatial disruption, as well as a large concentration of astral threats. Okay. Good for them. What do we have here? Upgrading ships at the mega shipyard, the Minister of Defense. Okay, as a commander. Evasion chance and friendly systems. Ship fire rate and friendly systems. Oh, I want that. Take that. This fella, the High Ambassador. Speed of intel gain on other empires. Base intel level. Sure, yeah. Speed would be better. The Astral Rift is explored. Yep, so that's done. Okay, more traits. Astral actions we can take. What do we have here? Summon a powerful fleet from a place. Okay. Alright, we're going to save our points for that thing. Summon a fleet. Gotta remember we have that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. What is going on, peoples? Now let's look at this status situation. Satana the Queen.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Special projects and events related to Satana will increase your progress and conclude the situation. Well, what Satana? Okay. Balanced observation. Research boost. If we wish to learn the truth about Satana's plans, we must be prepared to dedicate the appropriate resources. Military. We must improve our military. Okay. Balanced observation. All right. Stormbound Satana weak links. What else can we do? So we have this one here. Oh, we gotta get the fleets out here doing these things then. Okay. We gotta get some more of these and hope we can get something out of it. Are you currently upgrading? Yeah. How close? The Titans are upgrading. Alright. There's not much we can do until everybody's upgraded. You, sir, are governing crime, celebrity. Sure, you know what? Do that. Be a celebrity.
Research complete.
Job efficiency unlocks the interstellar assembly, mega art installation, or food processing centers.
Research complete.
Take that. More research. The focused arc emitter. That's awesome. Assist cloaking detection. Cosmic weather forecast. Okay. Gotta get our fleets done. Get them upgraded. Get them.
Construction complete.
That is getting done. Storm surveying initiative. Great. Cool. Awesome. Okay, second fleet is done. Oh no, they're not. They need to be upgraded a little bit more. Upgrade a little bit more. Waiting for you guys to finish upgrading. 70% on your Titans. They take a while to upgrade, don't they? While we're here, let's go look. I'm just curious about one thing. The battleship. What can go here? Yeah, you still can't do an arc thing there. You can't still do a penetrator there. The Elandria Council declared war on the Gok Star regime. No. No. The Elandria Council. Okay, that was us, but who is the Elandria Council? Where are they? What kind of morons are those guys? I thought that was us for a second. I'm like, we're the Elandrians, but they're some offshoot faction. The Elandria Council. Ruthless capitalists? Where did you bozos come from? Unavailable. Now they're at war with the Gok Star regime. Dude, the Gok Star regime has like how many defenders? Yeah, it's got a federation. You guys are gonna get so toasted. Oh. What is this? Elandria Council's right there. Oh, you're dead. Enjoy your demise. Okay. Research tomb world habitability. Well, no, we need fleet command limit. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then Astral Rift, windswept planet. We have arrived on a planet battered by fierce, high velocity winds. The surface is nearly bare. The skies above are dark. We should soon seek shelter. Shelter in the cave below. Okay, for some extra gases. All right. Finish up, my boys. What do we got here?
Mi conderana, please.
The Alandria Council. No, we're not going to do anything with you. You're going to be destroyed in a few minutes. You guys are asking for trouble. Immediate rebels of the Gok Star regime. You guys are so toast. Okay. The show is over, but the audience was invited to stick around to meet one of the acts. It would be an excellent opportunity to stick the individuals in more detail as they have each displayed abilities we cannot even begin to replicate. Okay. Meet with the contortionists or the cyborg ma. Let's meet with the cyborg ma. I don't have a choice. I don't have a suggestion there. Ruling from Alandria. Colony ship? Nope, don't care about. Planetary infrastructure cost? Sure. So the coolest thing that ever happened to me in a concert. I always tell the story because I still can't believe it happened. I was in the military. I think I was maybe transferring from active duty to the Guard. Buddy of mine, military buddy that had been a buddy of mine since we were in technical. We went to technical school together. So for those of you who aren't in the military and don't know, I was in the Air Force and we have different terms than everybody else. Like what's really interesting is being post-veteran status, post-active duty status and getting out and being a veteran and talking to other people from other branches. You hear the term MOS all the time, which is like your job classification. I don't ever remember that even being discussed in the Air Force. I never heard anybody say, what's your MOS, ever. Anyway, we went to basic training and then you go to technical school. And technical school for me was 6 months long. And I think that was one of the longer ones. I'm not sure. It's a lot of classroom. It was all classroom study, 8 hours a day. We were eggheads. We were put in a top secret lab. Well, some of us were. Others had a different job. Anyway, this is a person who was a friend of mine since that 6-month period. We were roommates together. Good buddy of mine. And we were watching Queensryche at the Spokane Arena back in the day. And it was all open seating at the old arena where they used to hold concerts. It was I'm not even sure that building exists anymore because the new arena, they do basketball and all kinds of cool stuff in. But the old arena was kind of garbage and there were no seats or anything. It was just general admission. You walk in. What can you do? My buddy was like 5 foot tall, like 5'1". I'm not kidding. And I'm 6 foot tall. And I remember when we got there, the place is half full already. And he's like, dude, trust me. And he grabs my hand and he's like, I'm going to get us to the front. And he just like, little dude, like a projectile, just bulldozed through the crowd. And I just had to hold on for dear life. And he drug us all the way to the front. And we actually had our hands on, the barricade. Or whatever it was there that was separating us from the rest of the stands. But here's the cool part. Queensryche put on a hell of a show. It was this is when Chris DeGarmo was still in the band, still the lead guitar player, still the chief songwriter. This was the Empire tour. So they did a whole bunch of songs from Empire. They did a couple of songs from earlier on in their career that were really famous. And then they did all of Operation Mindcrime. It was just an amazing show. And at the very end, since we were slammed up against the stage and it's general admission, you got to wait until everybody behind you gets out the door. Well, about half the crowd got out the doors and Jeff Tate walks out on the stage and the lights are up and he's like, hey, do you guys want to stick around? We're filming a music video. I was like, all of a sudden I turned to my friend. I'm like, we're not going anywhere. So we turn around, class back onto the barricade, and they brought in a crane camera to shoot behind the crowd and then several other handheld cameras around, and they came out and they performed Anybody Listening 3 times. So when you see the crowd footage from Anybody Listening, that video that was shot in the Spokane Arena, And somewhere in there, making devil's horns, is me and my buddy in the very, very front row. Somewhere in there is our hands. But that was so cool. I felt bad for everybody who had left and was already in their car. I was like, oh God, you're missing out. And it was really neat that they sat there and they played that song 3 times to capture all that footage. It was just really, really cool. One of the highlights of going to a concert. Really awesome. All right, what do we have here? War Declaration. Yeah, we know about that. Okay, you guys are bozos. New trait for Felix Grassa. Well, I just need you guys to finish over here. How close are you? 95%? You're an XCOM sniper shot. Like I want, you know, the joke going around is the 6-7 thing for young kids. The joke is that it's not a joke, which of course, that's what this generation would come up with as a joke. I just want a t-shirt that says 95% because then anybody who knows. You know what that means. And what it means is it's not 95%. Because it never is and it never was. Too funny. Okay, you guys, are you upgrading your 68%? All right, roll on through it.
Research complete.
We are getting some peoples now because now our numbers are starting to go up again. It's good. Cosmic weather forecast, dark matter cloaking field generator. Wow. A rare technology. Yeah, I'd say it looks really, really expensive. I think what I'd rather do is get cheap stuff out of the way. I mean, that looks neat, but I don't know that that's going to make a difference here.
Ships upgraded.
Ships upgraded. Okay, so second fleet is upgraded. Wait.
Situation log updated.
You're 423? Why are you only 423? You got 2 or 3 Titans. There you go, 450. So what do you overwrite fleet template? This is fine. I just need to know where the rest of your ships are. I hope they're being made somewhere. Oh, we maxed out energy credits. Great. In that case, let's buy some alloys, chunk, and sell some of this. Chunk. Okay. We've got what? Max over here. Oh, we got max volatile modes. Okay, great. Let's make use of this and sell. Let's do that. Make use of this until we go. And then grab some more of these. I know it's really expensive, but that's the whole point here. Okay. Oh, and then, yeah. Trade stockpile. Okay, let's go. Windswept planet. Descending through the unrelenting torrent of wind, we've managed through a thick sulfurous cloud of spores until we entered a weather-shielded cave.
Research complete.
Within the cave, we detected a weak field of electricity. Perhaps we can tap into this network and communicate with the mushrooms. Oh, dude, you just gotta eat them to communicate with them, that's all. Okay, and we're getting a bunch of stuff I don't really care about. Let's go. Where is my fleet? There it is. Many stars. Go, crunch time.
Special project complete.
Yeah, we've got you guys set up as armor and you guys set up. Oh yeah, let's see how this performs.
Hostile station engaged.
Alien megastructure, the Drool Perfin Confederacy. Overreaching. Come on, boys and girls, get them. We are taking too many losses here. Way too many losses. Why are we taking so many losses? $345. Okay. Let's take a look at the results here. They were damaged armor at 186%. Ancient Ruination Glare, 175% efficient, 200% efficient against the particle lance. Okay, so they were really, that particular group of stuff was really damaging to armor. Damage to hull, no damage to shields because we didn't have shields. We were not as effective against armor. We were very effective against that. We did no damage to shields. Did they not have shields? I still like my plan because I think we're going to be fighting in our own territory. But I can't be 100% certain of that, so... Well, then order... It's interesting how the reinforcement is changing, and that's not nearly... 243 alloys is not enough to reinforce this fleet. But okay. We'll see what it says when it's done. We have these folk. Can we create a template for you? Get rid of the negatives. Make you extremely adaptive and what? Industrious. Ingenious. Intelligent. Rapid breeders. There we go. Okay. Treasure trove discovered. We detected a faint signal from somewhere in R2GR784. Based on the rudimentary cryptography, we believe this to be from a long-lost pirate's treasure trove.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Okay. Dark matter cloaking field. You really want me to go after that, don't you? Okay. Okay, let's take you and send you to the next fleet then. Weak links. This one's available. Successful raids will hamper Satana's plans. Oh, there it is. No hard time seeing it. Research. You, 4th Fleet, get upgrades. Move to the mega shipyard and upgrade, and then also reinforce. Oh, we can't do it because we're lacking... Okay. That's why that technology there, what's the resource that we're missing? Let's take a look at it. This needs a resource of, yeah, that, whatever that special resource is. It's not up here. It's the other thing. Minor artifacts or something like that. Collection. Yes, this thing. Minor artifacts. Okay. We're lacking minor artifacts. We need more. So now we've got this extra research of minor artifacts that's being used on weapons. I'm not sure I like that very much. I'm gonna have to figure out how to actually make use of that. Okay. We got a whole bunch of research. That's cool. Meet the Maw. The reptilian cyborg stands at the height and width of its small transport ship, with a mouth large enough to nearly swallow it as well. Other physical characteristics include grayscale skin patched with transparent electrical panels, a glowing energy core fastened to its torso, and alloy metal limbs complemented with a complex system of hydraulics. Given its enormous size, the cyborg is anchored solidly to a spot and is regarded as if it were a monument. Many fans have brought the monolith something to eat, which it seems to appreciate. The aliens that volunteered for the show are also present posturing as part of the act. Secure a tissue sample. Sure. See how that
Spaceborne life form encountered.
goes. So this one was aborted. This will start a battle. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we'll do all the ones that are allowed, and then this will start a battle. Where is that at? Oh, right there.
Research complete.
Oh, they're all in the middle. Okay. And there's these. This will start a battle. Okay. There's a bunch of people fighting in my system. Who are these people? Do we need a science ship over here? Nope. Apparently not. What is this thing, though? Ambush convoy. Research time 1 day. You guys are just about done, aren't you?
Special project complete.
Can you guys ambush this convoy? Oh no, second fleet's doing it. Oh, where?
Situation log updated.
Oh no, that second fleet is over somewhere else. What about, you're gonna research that project.
Special project complete.
Getting these guys to research this.
Special project complete.
Okay. The recent raid did not uncover any significant clues. Yes, okay. We know it's been a problem to get clues. Armor, hit points, plus 5%. We're gonna want that. Debris in the Circus system available. Let's go to there. Kelvin. Oh. Move there. How are we doing here? Can you guys punch this guy? Punch through. Queen's Bounty. Who are these bozos? Okay. Kelvin. Research project there. Windswept planet. Just keep going. I'm not even concerned with you now. Debris. Okay. Treasure troves. What do I need? Where does the science ship need to be for that one? Excelsior. Go research it. It's at the L gate. Okay. Oh, more of my stuff. All right, let's do this. Oh, we're maxed out here. Okay. 5th Fleet. Reinforce. Now we'll go up here and buy. And then we can go sell. Oh, I have to remind myself not to keep clicking on that. 1, 2. Let's go to energy and say 1, 2, 3. That'll work. Go upgrade your fleet. 5th Fleet, return home. Swarm missiles. Just get them out of here. Alright, we are very far into this thing. Gotta get our fleets home. So, still working on Satana. It has taken a while. No doubt.
Research complete.
Astral threads are maxed out. Okay. Our stockpile and trade is going down so fast that, yeah, it's going to be an issue, isn't it? Well, then let's do this. Because what are we doing? We're selling these and we don't need to. We need consumer goods. We're selling a little bit too much food. it's probably the cost of the alloys because we boosted it to 341. That's why we're taking such a huge hit. And that was from us just buying it outright. Just going flat on the market and buying. So we understand that. Let's see what next month looks like. Okay, we're going to stop it there. Satana. Gotta keep doing all of her little raids. Does anybody have a can of raid that's like galaxy size? That'd be great. It seems excessive to me. This seems a little bit excessive, the number of weak links that there were. That's a lot that we've done, and when you consider how damaging it is and how big of a fleet it takes, that's kind of nuts. Oh well. We'll do it and get through it. Folks, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your questions and comments down below. I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.